Hi guys, hope you're doing great. The current time is 9:25. The date is 2024, October the 18th, and we are analyzing gold, right? So as you can see, I have already started with my analysis. So inducement means a thing that leads or persuades someone to do something, right? In this scenario, as you can see, the overall time frame, the 4-hour time frame, which is the overall time frame, we are in an uptrend, right? So when we are in an uptrend, we'll have a small downtrend like this, right? So when we have that small downtrend, someone might think that this has changed into the immediate time frame, right? Forgetting that the overall time frame is an uptrend. So they'll just focus on the immediate time frame, right? When they focus on the immediate time frame, you'll have a bunch of supply zones, right? Price will leave a bunch of supply zones. If not supply zones, price will leave a bunch of FVGs, right? Price will leave these type of candlesticks, momentum candlesticks, and you'll have your FVGs, right? Someone who hasn't focused on the overall time frame and focuses just on the immediate time frame, what they will experience is they will be looking to take sales from these supply zones, not realizing that these are inducement zones, right? So they will be expecting price to go down or go down from here, break these lows, and have a change of character. And then this happens most of the time when someone is trying to trade a trend change. You get me? Trying to go against the trend, that is not the way to go about this, right? Try your best to follow a trend. I have my indicator right here, my 1 day, my daily indicator. I'm on my 15-minute time frame. So right now what I'll be doing is I will be starting my analysis from the 15-minute time frame. As you can see, we're already going up because I'm back, so I'll be starting my analysis from the 15-minute time frame. And yeah, so let's look at the low, open low. Right, so here it is. Then we have our high, right? So on the 15-minute time frame, what we'll do is we'll start by using our first confluence, which is our equilibrium, right? Which is our premium in the sun zones. So we have our premium zone, equilibrium, this one. So as you can see, we had a range, right? And right now we have a break of structure, right? And right now we have our high, and then we have our change of character, and then we might be looking to create a break of structure right here. We have a supply zone, and price is currently reacting from that supply zone. We have our high, so I'll be looking to enter around here. So I am looking for sales right now. So I have my strong high, supply zone, now don't get me wrong, the only crazy thing right now is price has already reacted from the supply zone, so I kind of missed my entry, so I'm going to have to look for another entry, right? So I want you to notice something, right? I want you to notice how here we have an internal change of character, right? And how we have a demand zone right over here, right? And then I want you to pay attention to how price reacts towards this demand zone right over here. Okay, so I want you to pay attention. So we're going to find our entry at one point or another, right? We're going to find our entry at one point or another, but I want you to pay attention from that. So as you can see, we have a bit of resistance, right? So from here we have our equal lows, right? Bit of resistance, and as you can see, we had a bit of resistance here, and now what's happening, right? We have people who are staking up their buys, looking to have a continuation, right? So these are people that haven't seen this this high yet, right? So they're looking to have a continuation. Okay, so when they're looking to have this continuation, the market is going to play around this area, waiting for people to stack up their orders. Hence why when price reacts to like maybe like a supply zone, right, I want to see it go straight down. You get me? I want to see it go straight down. I don't want to see it have multiple touches, right? So when a supply zone has like multiple touches, for me that's an indicator that okay, something is happening. They are stacking up orders. Once they have those orders stacked up, you'll see a bit of a reaction giving you false hope, and then before you know it, you're liquidated, right? So right now what we're going to do is we are going to hold this thing out, and we are going to wait for these people to be liquidated, right? So we are looking for something around here. So we are looking for something around here, right? So we're looking for a liquidity sweep somewhere here, okay? And then once we get that liquidity sweep, we're not going to enter. We're going to enter somewhere around down here, right? So what we're going to do is we're going to ride this pullback. As you can see, we already have our internal change of character, because this was supposed to be our entry originally, right? Originally this was supposed to be our entry, so we were supposed to have like as you can see, this internal change of character right here, and then from here we were supposed to have a break of structure, right? So we were supposed to have like a break of structure, internal change of character, right? And then as you can see, what happened, so as you can see what happened, we had our change of character, pull back to the supply zone, price reacted, break of structure, pull back to the supply zone, we had a reaction, another break of structure right over here, and then we had a pullback towards the supply zone, same thing, reaction. You get me? So our original entry was supposed to be around these areas, but then like hence why I say that we've already missed our entry, hence why you don't see me looking for an entry right now, right? There's nothing I can do. I cannot take an entry right now, right? I cannot take an entry right now because I had already missed my entry right over here. You get me? I was already fetching my phone at that time and like couldn't really enter. But then I want you to notice what I said about this area right over here, and what I said about people entering from this demand zone and trying to go up. So this is where we mark this as an inducement, right? So this is inducement, and as I said, people have been liquidated. So after this, we can expect a pullback to the upside. Okay, so when we expect a pullback to the upside, what's going to happen is, once we have a candle close right over here, like once we have a candle close right over here, close below, we're going to look for a supply zone, recent supply zone, and we can look to sell somewhere around here and take the continuation, right? So I really don't like how this analysis turned out. I feel like I was a bit too late. So that is one way you can also spot inducement. That is one way you can also spot inducement and whatnot, but then yeah. So we'll just wait and wait and wait. This is a waiting game right now. Cause the reason this is a waiting game is because even though people here got liquidated, price could have still easily gone back up and reacted somewhere here, right? As I say, the market is a random place. You never really know what's going to happen. As much as you can try to draw out your zones, you can try to do this and do whatnot, like the market is a very, very random place, right? Let me just do this. Break. So the question mark is like, it's not an internal break of structure yet, but then the possibilities of it being an internal high, they are very high. Excuse me. But then what we have here is we have our weak low, right? We have our weak low, we have our strong high, so we know that, okay, so let us see what happens. So we had an FVG, price might react of the FVG, but then really I do not trade like FVGs and whatnot. Only stick to supply and demand. Okay, supply and demand, that's the only thing I stick to. So right now the time is 9 o'clock. Just going to look for the New York distribution, or just like enter off the London manipulation, right? So we'll just see. So this also, as I say, when you have a zone and you do not have a reaction once like this, like a tap straight down, no coming back touching, you know that you have a good zone there. But then if you have a zone and it keeps coming back, keeps mitigating, that's when you know that the zone is not it. Because like it comes from like what they taught retail trade, what they teach retail traders, right? What they teach majority of the retail traders, especially beginners, if they're stepping into the markets, right? So beginners, I taught that like you'll have they call it a support zone, right? So support zone 1, 2, the third, and then this is your confirmation that we are going up. The third touch, this is where you enter. You put your stop loss under this small, this BOS, this low. You put your stop loss under this low. So basically you have your stop loss, you have your entry right over here, and then you have a lot of entries, bro. You have a lot of money, and then the market will stay there. It'll play there. It'll play there, collecting the money, collecting the money. As soon as it has enough capital, right? Enough capital to like fill up the orders of these big institutions. As soon as it has that, bro, what will happen is it'll like give you a little bit of hope. People will enter more. Before you know it, bam, you're liquidated, right? So this is that's where it comes from. So you have to always watch out for inducements, right? Like you always have to watch out, bro. But then it's not an inducement until it has broken. As I say, anything can happen. The market is random, can just go up, right? So it's not an inducement until you see it legit take these lows out. So what I'm seeing is we are moving to the downside, right? So I'm not gonna have an entry until we are somewhere around here. I'm not gonna have an entry until we are somewhere around there. Entering when the market is in the middle, it's bad. What you want is you want these entries. These are the entries you want. You do not want these entries because the market could simply just go up and then go down, go up, go down, simply like that, right? So you want to make sure, if you want to stay calm when the market is moving, and just stay calm when the market is moving, the entries that you are looking for, these are these ones. These are the type of entries you are looking for, right? Fortunately, I was not on the charts. Most probably I could have gotten something, right? These are the entries you are looking for. These are the entries you are looking for, you get me? And this could have been an entry. Most probably we could have entered somewhere around here, but then yeah, unfortunately. So obviously it's okay, you get me? So that's one way you can spot inducement, right? So what is inducement? So basically that is what inducement is. And as I said, price gave us our internal breakoff structure, and this was just inducement, right? So I'll be back until I find an entry. This is it for today's lesson, guys. Have a great one, and thank you for tuning in. Peace out. And please like, subscribe, comment on anything you didn't understand, and yeah guys, peace out.